How is this fair? How could this even be fair? Considering the circumstances, I think my stance has been pretty fair. Attempting to achieve some sort of significant peace, insignificant pieces of me shatter easily. I fuss and I pout because the most devout part of me is passed out dead, lying on the floor just in front of me. I fought for my thoughts. I thought I put in a lot of effort for defying my mind, playing games to tame, but now I find every little instance instantly cancelled, and the most that's left of this ghost is the emotion that haunts the most. It's its outrage. This outrageous procession, this outrageous progression to the end of the mortal session. How could I not be mad when the saddest part of existence is fading past the last fence that was keeping you real and dense? I've faded past the boundaries, past the borders of what's founded in reality. I just had to go back at least. I'm fighting for the light to reignite in my chest as I press back against the walls that fall on top of me to test my durability. It's non-existent. An incoherent voice calls out to me from in the distance. It asks me what I expected it to be. Well, listen. What I expected was the next version of me to be corrected according to the textbook of my philosophy, to be connected to a being higher than I, to wipe away the tears I would cry. I'm angry, but you wanted to know why. The seriousness subsided. I guided myself aside from my irate cries. As one tries to buy a new car, so I decide I ought to try the same. Maybe it's a test, a requirement of me set up, put in place to reduce my pace to a jog. The cogs turn. I, in turn, inquire of anything out there with sentience. What sentiment is required to return me to my fleshy imprisonment? Echoes go out and return, turning into no noise. My choices seem limited, so those ploys repeat with intensity. The ghost's question goes out, and repetitiously I hear, what will it take to get out of here? I feel defeated. The repeated cries force me into a seated position. Maybe he lies down to feel the ground. Not a sound is made when he attempts contact with what surrounds him, whether by touch or sounds played. I linger here and linger on possibilities. He sees a few left and chooses to repeat his pleas, asking, please, what will it take? He stops, realizing in his wake is nothing to make him come back awake. He has no bargaining piece. I wait for a fate already sealed. It hit me again. That same wave of depravity that gave me over to a crumbled stature. Sure, I can try to cry out more. I can hide from my mind the unkind reminders of my time with mankind, or fight for what's right and just in my sight, or sell my soul, although all I have left is such. It doesn't matter anymore. More than anything, I'd rather be less of a ghost and more as I was before, but there's nothing left to do. There is no reason to care. This wasn't fair, but no more is there anywhere to fight to get back to. I return to my position, where I began this nightmare. I crumpled, and I waited. My fate was sealed from the moment I sat in this chair. As the realization finally settled in, a depression of both mind and spirit was set to win.